Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Me. What is happening right now? I'm playing somewhere. I don't know what just happened. Oh, geez. What is happening? My computer just had a spaz. Okay, we're back. So I sung you good morning, and now my computer sung you good morning. I don't even know if you heard that, but okay, here we are. Welcome to another edition of Me First Mornings. I am your host, Patricia Ribeiro Wolfson. I am a life strategist and an energy practitioner, and I aim to amplify love and hope in the world by talking about my own struggles, which I will share here, and the Me First method, which I will also share here, a strategy for building resilience, starting over after a big loss or big change, and getting clear on your own wants and needs. I've been evolving this method with clients for over 10 years, and I use it personally to navigate my own life after losing my husband. Um, I know I'm just kind of like reading it and saying it and doing my thing, but it has been an incredibly transformational journey, which I continue to be on. And I'm going to share with you all of my tools and my strategies that I have used to navigate that. It helps me in parenting my three kids. It helps me with my ADHD, and it helps me manage my perimenopause. Believe it or not, those are the things I talk about on the show. So if you're interested, then please stick around and don't forget to subscribe. Today, we are specifically going to talk about embracing life's storms. Wait, no, yesterday was embracing life storms. Oh God, people, somebody help me here. I am just having a day. No, no, it is. Wait a second. Oh my God. It's one of those days, people. What can I tell you? But you know what? You just keep going. You just keep doing your thing as I am continuing. So, my mission here on this show is to help you, number one, calibrate your energy. Number two, help you navigate personal transformation. And number three, teach you to shine your light in its own unique way, so that the world can know exactly who you really are. And wouldn't that be awesome? Okay, so yesterday we talked about embracing life storms. Thank you. I've switched my script now. And when you are faced with the inevitable destruction that comes with these type of challenges, like life storms, losing a job, losing a family member, or some type of diagnosis, medical diagnosis, health issues, you know, there is a those things are hard. Those are the storms that life sends our way. And even though there is this destruction and this falling apart, this coming apart, there's a natural evolution of transformation because, like, when everything comes apart, you have to put it back together. And so it transforms it by, putting you onto that next level. And honestly, if everything is different, then you must become different too. And that's how you begin to create a new foundation to build your life upon. Um, if you're watching, don't forget to say hello. I see there's a couple of people watching. Just say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. And we're going to talk. This is an important topic because we do talk about challenges here. And I'm going to share a little mantra that I find can be a little helpful reminder during the healing process of the steps that you need to take as you move forward and move towards a better future for yourself. Specifically, a more aligned future, like something that makes more sense for who you are in this moment, not who you were, potentially who you will be, but it's in the present moment that you make real significant change. And it is in the present moment that transformation happens. We may see the results of that transformation later on, but it is in each and every moment, each and every choice, each and every shift of perspective, or each and every action that you take differently will lay the groundwork and the foundation for what your future life is going to look like. Okay? So, we're going to talk about this mantra, which is the feel, heal, and get real mantra. And I'll get more into that later. But for now, let's begin our Me First Morning ritual. Please join me. Hi, Linda's here. Yay. All is well in the world. My bestie is watching. Okay. So Sorry, I'll try to remember to turn off the mic when I cough. I had a headache on Monday, or wait, was it Friday? And now I have a cold. So we know where that headache came from. Okay. So let's start by lighting a candle. And this just starts your ritual. If you don't have a candle, you can have one of those electric ones. If you don't have that, maybe just near a window and you set the intention that the sun, the eternal candle, is your candle and is what's going to start that light for you today. Okay. Excuse me. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose. We're going to hold for 5 and then exhale through the mouth slowly. And this will activate the parasympathetic system and ground you in your body so that we can begin. And that's part of the ritual, okay? And then we'll stretch and shake it out. But first, let's take those 3 deep breaths. And remember, the idea behind these breaths is to help you increase your capacity to receive all of the love, light, and goodness that the universe has to offer. And on the exhale, it is an opportunity to release any and all things that no longer serve you. So let's do that together. Deep breath in, ready, and go. And hold. And release. Once again, breathe in. And hold. And release. And one last time. Let's make this a really big breath. Let's go. Ready? Deep breath in. And hold. And release. Okay, beautiful. Now we're going to do a little stretching. Of course, if you're doing this ritual on your own, you can do more comprehensive stretches. You can do yoga. You can make each one of these sections of the ritual as long as you want. You can stretch it out. I like to do just a quick little thing because we're doing this together. And I want to show you how easy and simple it can be. 5 minutes together in the morning, and you can be set for your day and calibrate your energy, okay? So once again, we are just stretching and releasing any tense, stuck, or stagnant energy. And as you're stretching, don't forget to breathe in. And when you breathe out, with that intention to release the things that don't serve you, okay? There we go. And now, shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, and let us begin our day. Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to set intentions for the day. So you can take a moment and think about what you would like your intention to be for today. And I am going to say a prayer and call in for my spiritual support team. You can do the same thing and call in whatever spiritual entity you feel connected to based on your own faith and or religion. Here we go. If you want to just listen to mine and make that little prayer and calling in apply for you too, well, then you're very welcome to. All right. So here we go. Divine Mother, Infinite Father, Creator, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Spirit Guides, Ancestors, and all beings of 100% pure white light, allow me to be a clear and open channel of your light and love without hesitation or ego. I ask that the highest vibration of love and light connect with my higher self and release any and all things that no longer serve me. I ask that Saint Germain and his infinitely powerful violet flame burn away the things that no longer serve myself or humanity and hold us back from our divine existence. Help us to embody our intentions for the day and help us raise the collective vibration for the highest and greatest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing us the signs and synchronicities and messages in nature, music, movies, through the cards I pull, and through the words of others today and always, so that we may understand those messages clearly and always move in complete and total alignment with our highest selves. I appreciate you, I serve you, and I'm grateful for any wisdom you may have from me or the collective for that day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. Okay, as my phone rang, but we're good because it's in my ear. You can't hear it, but now I told you, so I kind of ruined the magic. Okay. Anyway, take a moment to set your intention or sit with your GPS word if you have one, if you know what I'm talking about, if you've watched me first TV before, if you've done the GPS work before with me, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, stay tuned because we will be talking about the GPS word this week. Okay, we are talking all about the Me First method and GPS and the things and the tools and the strategies specifically that I use within the Me First framework. All right, but let's talk about today's topic, okay? Today's topic is the mantra feel, heal, and get real, okay? I'm very realistic with my mantras, okay? And this might be something that you can just repeat to yourself, feel, heal, get real. It's just something to remind you of those steps, okay? And it can help you navigate your transformation with grace because it helps keep you focused, right? Transformation can feel like hitting a wall, right? Like everything just falls apart. And as you're looking at the pieces of your sort of broken apart life, you may not know how to start or, what to do, what steps to take, what actions to take, right? You may be asking yourself, what do you need to release? What do you want to keep? What is going to serve you in the future? And what do you need to let go of, right? Again, I probably just repeated myself, but it's what I do to just drive it home for you, okay? So these moments of reflection are opportunities for growth, but they can also bring resistance, right? If you start thinking about the things that you need to let go of, but you're overwhelmed and you have never lived without these things that have been in place for so long, whether they be limiting beliefs or even people in your life who you've learned to count on, but have realized that they are not helpful on the next part of your journey, it can be really tough. And you can be really resistant to making changes or setting boundaries or doing whatever it is you need to do. But I'm here to just put things in a perspective that will hopefully help you and encourage you and make it safe for you to create the change that you need to, for you to build that foundation on a strong ground as opposed to the shaky foundation that you had before. All right. Even if your foundation wasn't shaky before, it is not what's going to take you to the next level, right? It's like buying a new house, right? You may have loved your old house and it may have given you all of the memories and the support and the experiences that you wanted and needed in that phase of your life. But if you've decided to buy a new house because you need more space or because you want to be in a different location or because you're in a different phase of life, well, then it's time for you to, downsize or for you to change. And as you're moving from one house to the next, you have to ask yourself, what am I taking with me into this new house, into this next phase of my life? And it's very much the case for our emotional and spiritual space, as well as for our physical space. So we use the physical space as an example, as an analogy, but really this is true for everything, right? You need to just let go of the things that don't serve you anymore. And we cling to the things that we treasure the most, right? Fearing that change will disrupt what's working in our lives, right? Like, oh, if I change this, then this might fall apart. Or if I go out and get a job and leave the house, will my kids be able to manage, day to day without me? If I have to be in the office too early, will they be able to catch the bus? Will they, we're always afraid of the circumstances or the outcomes of our choices because we don't want to be responsible for shaking things up for anybody else. But the truth is that what's best for us, what is best for you, is also what's going to be best in the long run for your future self, for your family, and for your community. Because if you are functioning at your highest level, if you are truly connected to that inner guidance, well, then you can't go wrong. Things may be falling apart, but you are on your path. It's like constructing a new home. It looks like a mess, right? But when you're done constructing it, it will be a place that you feel comfortable and safe in, or at least that's the hope. All right. So, don't be afraid of losing anything that you currently have because what is meant for you will never not be for you, right? What is meant for you will stay for you, will find you. You will connect with those things that you are, the people and the experiences that you're meant to have in this life. All right. Okay. So here's a little secret. Pursuing your big dreams doesn't mean losing the things that matter, right? And I think we need to remind ourselves of that, right? Because what it does is it allows you to align with your purpose and expand into what you're truly meant to be, right? Because when you have this little desire, this little whisper in your heart that's leading you in a direction, don't be afraid that it is going to lead you in a direction away from the things that are important to you. Whatever is important to you will stay within that foundation. You move everybody into the house, but only the people you want, right? That's the analogy. Okay, so let's get back to our mantra. And feel free to ask questions if you're in the chat. Let me know that you're here. Say hi. Let me know when you're watching, if you're watching in the replay. All right. So this simple mantra can guide you through any transformation, right? Feel, heal, and get real. So what does it mean, right? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. That's why I picked it to be really simple. But let's talk about it, right? Feel. We talked about this yesterday, how it is really important to feel your feelings. I am going to remind you probably every day that you need to feel your feelings. You cannot disconnect from whatever it is you're feeling. You cannot judge your feelings. Why am I feeling this way? I hate that I'm feeling this way. Why am I such an idiot? Why do I still feel? Whatever it is you feel, you feel. That's your body saying, this makes me feel this way. Don't judge it. Allow it to feel, and then you move on, right? And so we'll get to that. So the feeling is your emotions. The feeling is your well, yes, the feeling is your emotions, right? And your emotions are the compass of your journey. That is what shows whether you're aligned or not, right? Because when you are disconnected or misaligned, you don't feel good. You feel frustrated, angry, jealous, all the things that typically are associated with negative feeling, right? And that feeling doesn't feel good because you are not walking your path. You are not doing what you actually want to do. So let yourself feel it, whether it's joy, that's good too, sadness or anger. Processing these emotions help you connect with your true self. And I want you to ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Right? Don't ignore it. Just be like, or be curious. That's interesting. I'm angry. Oh, that's interesting. I'm jealous. What am I jealous of? Right? What is my body or my soul trying to tell me? What is it communicating with me? Right? And so feel it and then acknowledge it and then move on to part two, which is the healing of it, right? So healing happens when you acknowledge and embrace what's surfacing. Like just validating your emotions is healing, right? Is part of the healing process, right? And once you take a look at and acknowledge old wounds and patterns, which often arise during these transitions, right? Like you feel scared, you feel like when things start to fall apart, you can't avoid your emotions. It's when things come up and you're forced to face it. And it's one of those things that brings us to the next level because we're finally forced to face our fears. We're finally forced to face the things that drive us or the things that we're avoiding, right? Everything falls apart. You can't avoid it anymore. It's sitting right in front of you as rubble, right? So take some time to reflect, journal, or seek support from a trusted friend or a coach or a therapist. You can call me, okay? Healing isn't about perfection. It's about breaking the patterns and moving forward with intention, right? That's what I want for you. I want to help you address everything that comes up for you. And you may not be able to address it right away. You may not even know why you're hurt or why you're feeling those things. But the first step is to acknowledge it, validate it. And if you can't heal it, just acknowledging that it exists is enough for now. Okay, and the third step, this third part of the mantra, which is important that I really want to drive home for you too, is the get real, right? So what is this get real part? Well, transformation isn't about perfection. Like you don't just automatically become a more perfect version of yourself or you become finally perfect or you finally achieve. You may achieve things that you want to. Transformation is more so about you becoming the person that you want to become or need to become, or the person that is going to lead you down the path that will help you achieve your goals, right? That's what you want. That person that you are always meant to be exists in here. We just need to sort of shed the layers. I want you, okay, and I want you to shed the layers, right? To shed the lies, shed those beliefs that are not true about you, when you're thinking about yourself and thinking about your future and thinking about your goals and thinking about the things that really, truly matter to you, I don't want you to think about someone else's dreams or someone else's path to success or someone else's anything. It is not about anybody else. It is not about comparison. It is not even about you achieving the dream as it was given to you by parents, society, or whatever. Okay? This is about what works for you, right? Any change that you make when you are truly healing for yourself is you need to acknowledge what you need. You need to acknowledge your current capacity, right? If you're a mom with like 3 kids under 5, your capacity to work on your business, for example, is probably going to be a little bit different than another mom who potentially has older kids like me. My kids are older, they leave for school. I have time during the day to focus on my business in a different way than a mom who has the kids at home. That's just the example I'm giving you. There's like a bajillion examples of how your life might be different for someone else. Maybe you're struggling with chronic illness, so it takes you a lot longer to do things. Maybe you have an injury, and so it takes you longer to get places. Instead of pushing yourself and rushing yourself and making you do things that you don't have the capacity to do because of injury or illness, or maybe you have ADHD like me and you just process things differently, acknowledge who you actually are in the present. Validate what you are actually going through, what your actual capacity is. Be honest and focus on integrating small, meaningful changes. It's not about, boom, I'm just going to start this whole new routine and go, right? And if you can do that, great. Then you probably don't need me. And I'm probably not someone that you're watching because you probably watch someone like Tony Robbins, okay? But if you're watching me, maybe you can't make a gigantic change from one day to the next. Maybe you need a little more time. Maybe you need to calibrate your energy. Maybe you need to create safety around the changes you need to make. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to encourage you to really get real about what you want to do, about what you're able to do, and remove the guilt and shame and any judgment you may have, especially when it comes to comparing your journey to someone else's journey. That doesn't serve you and it doesn't serve them. Everybody has their own path. Everybody has their own way. Everybody has their own gifts and talents, and everybody has their own challenges. It's not your responsibility to figure out how to do someone else's path. It's your responsibility how to figure out how to get your path taken care of, how you can move forward in your own life. And that's then how you can help other people. Okay, so the next step here, this is, I'm trying to give you like small little lessons each day. So I just want to encourage you to join me each morning. I'm going to try and give you some tips, some mantras, some steps, some healing tools in order to help you on this journey. And we will talk a little bit more thoroughly about the Me First method and the things that I do, but this is all part of it, right? Everything that I talk about is integrated into the foundation that I talk about, the Me First foundation. Like I call it the method, the foundation, the philosophy. I call it a million things, right? But what it is, it's about putting yourself, your needs first, because you have to take care of those first. You have to. Otherwise, you cannot take care of other people. You cannot take care of other things. If you are an instrument that is out of tune, you should not be playing in the symphony orchestra because you're going to make everybody else sound like crap, okay? Tune your instrument first. Take care of what you need to take care of. Shine that light in the way you want it shown in the universe, okay? That's your job, okay? All right. So I want you to remember, tiny steps can lead to big results if you are consistent. If you are consistently moving in the direction you want to go, even if it's a tiny little step, you are still heading in the right direction. So I'm going to encourage you to just make one small change if you need to. You know, it's like you're in a room that's messy and needs to be cleaned. Take care of one shelf, right? One thing at a time. And one thing at a time will get you there. All right. So if you need support on your transformation, please feel free to reach out to me because I would love to help you. And in the meantime, what I'm going to recommend is that you take a moment today and write down 1 to 3 feelings that you want to cultivate in your life, right? Emotions, feelings, right? So whatever you're feeling in your transformation, maybe you don't feel that great. Maybe you're feeling lost and afraid and overwhelmed, right? So I want you to take a moment during that, the feelings that you have and the healing that you do, and even in the get real, I want you to think about, what do I want to feel? How do I want to feel? And this is the beginning steps to the GPS system, or what I talk about the GPS. And we'll talk a little bit more about that probably tomorrow. But right now, just without any pressure, just think, what are 1 to 3 feelings that you'd rather be feeling right now when you think about what you're going through? If you're feeling lost, then maybe what you'd rather have is clarity. If you're feeling overwhelmed, then maybe what you'd rather feel is spaciousness, right? If you're feeling scared, maybe what you want to feel is confidence or clarity. So think for yourself what you're going through, and with your specific unique situation or challenge, think about how you're feeling and think how you'd rather feel. And just take a moment to kind of feel into how that feels for you, right? And if you are ready for deeper support, just remember that the Me First method can guide you through this transformation with ease and joy, or at least that's what I hope. And you can reach out to me. So you can go to my page. My page. You can go to my page. You can go to my Facebook. You can go to my Instagram. You can go anywhere and reach out to me. Or you can go to Jumpstart for Change through Calendly and book an appointment with me. In the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to Me First Mornings. I will be here every morning. I am pulling a card, so we're not ending yet. But I just want to remind you that if you have not yet subscribed, or put a little ding on that bell to get notified of when I go live, please do that. I really appreciate the support, and send this video to anyone else that you think may benefit from hearing what I have to say. Okay. All right, so here we go. Next is, we're going to pull a card. And what are we going to pull a card about? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to pull. Yeah, let's do a Wisdom of the Oracle. We're going to do Wisdom of the Oracle again today, okay? I love Colette Baron Reed. I just saw her, she showed up in my feed, I guess. I don't know if you guys watch podcasts on YouTube. I watch some podcasts on YouTube, and one of the podcasts I watch is called Next Level Soul by Alex something. Oh, God, I forget his name right now. Anyway, he's great. He was in the movie business and then decided to do this type of podcast where he interviews mediums, people who've had near-death experiences, psychics, like everybody in that realm, that spiritual realm, and it's pretty fun. And Colette Baron Reed was interviewed on it, and he has her listed as the motorcycle medium, which I like, because she rides motorcycles, and that's pretty freaking cool. Oh, hi, Melinda. Oh, it's so nice to see you here. I haven't seen you in ages. I hope you're well. All right, so let's see what the Oracle has to say to us today. What is the message that we need in regards to transformation, since that's today's topic, right? What do we need to lean into to help us during this transformational process that we are all going through? Like, don't fool yourself into thinking you're the only one struggling right now. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. I mean that in like a very real way, that everybody is really struggling in their own way on a personal level. And so let's just be kind and compassionate, especially to ourselves, but of course also to others. But I say especially to ourselves because I think that we are the meanest in our own mind to ourselves, really. All right. So what's the message? Oh, okay, let's see. Okay, here's our message for today. Co-create. Can you see it? Co-create. Now look at that. There is a cheetah, there is an owl, and there is an egg. Are they trying to say that the cheetah and the owl had a baby? Maybe. And the number 40 at the top. So a 40 is significant for you, or number 4. Oh, and there's 4 people watching live right now, which means that's awesome. That's another 4. So 4 is the number of the foundation, right? 4 is about your stability. There's like four legs on a chair that keeps things stable and balanced, right? It's about building your foundation. And right. And so how do you build your foundation? You co-create. And how do you co-create? Who are you co-creating with? Well, what I believe is that you are co-creating with the universe, right? And there is what is your responsibility, which is your actions, your perspective, how you treat yourself and others, how you show up in the world. That's your responsibility. And then the universe has the responsibility to sort of guide things along, guide you on your mission, right? So as you make a choice and you go on this path, the universe brings things forward for you to face, right? Let the universe or God or however you see this power in the universe, let it show you what you deserve. Let it show you what's at the end of your path. Once you make those decisions, once you start taking steps for yourself, for your alignment, for your future self, the universe is going to be there to back you up, right? What is that? I think I even quoted Paul Coelho recently, which was, when you, I'm totally paraphrasing because I can't remember it exactly, but when you do something for yourself, the universe will conspire to support you. What is that quote? Oh my God. I feel terrible that I don't know the actual quote, but I guess, hold on. Paulo Coelho quote. Let's see. Uh, mm, no, come on. I can't show up. I can't see it. Oh, when you want something, that's what it is. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. Okay? Um, but you need to step forward. You need to take action. You can't just sit at home and hope that it shows up for you. I mean, it could. I'm not going to say it can't, but I will say that you are more likely to connect with what you want faster and more easily when you start taking steps towards that vision and towards that dream for yourself. And then the universe is going to be like, sweet, they got out of the house. Let's make sure they meet that person. Let's make sure they get that offer. Let's make sure whatever it is, right? I mean, I see that the universe looks at it that way. I hope you believe that too. All right. So that is your message. Co-create with the universe. Understand that you are always in a relationship with spirit. You are always in a relationship with spirit. And your actions and your perspective and your life is a reflection of your relationship with spirit. So be connected and trust that it is there for you. And you're going to be making decisions differently when you are connected than if you are not connected, right? Because you will be making decisions from love. You will be making decisions full of trust. You will be making decisions that make you feel safe. That is the direction that you want to move in and move further away from decisions that make you feel afraid or that you make because of fear, or stay away from decisions that you avoid because you don't know the outcome. Don't avoid things. Just face it, take a chance, and trust that the universe will back you up for the things you truly desire and for the things that are meant for you. Like, nobody, no matter how aligned and committed and spiritual they don't sail through life with no obstacles, okay? That doesn't happen because we are here to learn and grow. And in order to learn and grow, you have to be uncomfortable, right? And the things that make us uncomfortable, unfortunately, are things like storms or chaos or big changes in our life. So my goal is to give you the tools to be able to navigate those things so that you can truly appreciate your life for what it is and take control in co-creating the life you want and that you deserve. Quite frankly, I believe we all deserve a happy, peaceful, healthy life. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. Should I read what it says? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to read what it says. I'm going to read what it says and then we're going to wrap it up and I'll be back tomorrow. All right, but I always like to read what the book says. Okay, creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, manifestation. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact, you're creating a reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider what you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality, blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co created it, only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. And that is my wish for all of you, that you have a beautifully creative, co creative day with spirit, and that you experience truly awesome things today and always. Now go out there and shine your light, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Have a good day.